questions right off the bat. How many of you take notes when you read books? Yeah, most of you, right? So how many of you actually go back and review those notes over time? Right, so we all tend to forget what we read, right? That's a very common problem. We're NoteGlue, Brad, Steve, Matt, and we're here to solve that problem for everyone. So there's two main problems that are going on here, right? People take a lot of notes of what they read, they don't go back and review them. We're so inundated with information, new books, new stuff on the internet, new podcasts, and we're always constantly reading the next thing on TechCrunch or the next book that comes out. We may take notes on it, but we never invest the time to go back and review all the material that we already invested time in to learn all that stuff. It's sort of like you're wasting time perpetually and there's nothing to do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. The second is ebooks are growing in popularity. We all know that. Statistics say it's going to be about 1 billion books sold, ebooks sold this year. So how do people get a comprehensive view of their bookshelf? You've got all your offline books, you've got all your digital books. You need some place to organize that, one central repository, and be able to associate all your ideas with that. So those are the two central things we're going to talk about today. We're going to go to that one now. So this is what we came up with. I think if we were presenting 9th, we would have had functionality. So I feel a little bad because guys put a lot of work into it. But I think we got some good screenshots, and you'll see what we had in mind. This is the original landing page. So this has been up since about noon today, collecting email addresses. So this is all in the spirit of custom validation. We got a couple email addresses. I had some interviews with them, right in our target market. Avid readers take notes, and then they never review them. So we got great feedback. I think we validated the problem just in this room. You know, Friday night, throughout the weekend, everybody that's come by and talked to us agrees there's a problem. It's just a question of everybody agrees that there's a decent solution to that problem. So what you see here is a depiction of what you'd see when you log in. So you get a view of all the books that you've uploaded and you've read. Notes are associated with them. You click and you add a book. Sorry, this would be a way that you can filter it. So you can envision that you have 20 books or however many you have. You'll be able to categorize those, all self-selected by the user. The note priority is actually one of the secret sauce things that we have. The idea here is, many of you can just scroll up on that. Yeah, that's good. If many of you who have an iPad probably are familiar with Zeit, Flipboard, those kind of services. They tend to personalize the experience as you start to use it and learn your behaviors. Well, retaining information is a very personal thing. Everybody's going to retain information at a very different rate than others. So what we want to do is, over time, monitor how people are digesting the reminders that we're sending them and personalize that experience over time. I think one of the key things that we thought about as we developed this was, what's our competitive differentiation is one, but then how do we protect ourselves against the Evernotes of the world that can, if we got a great idea and they hear about it historic weekend, just do it themselves. So that's going to be the thing that gives us our IP. The other big hurdle that we need to think about here is the actual user experience of setting this whole thing up. It could be daunting to set up 30 or 40 books, right? Our approach to this is you upload your three key points to each book. It's really easy both to upload, it's very easy to digest on a daily basis. So what we set up here is a very simple input mechanism where you input your highlight, you set the priority. If it's high, you're going to get a more frequent reminder of what that content is. If it's low, you won't get it at all, and it's up to you to go to the site and review those notes. All right. So you upload those notes, and what you end up with is this. And this is essentially the email that you would get in your inbox. It has a picture of the book, 3 key notes that you inputted, really easy to digest. The idea is you can digest this in 20 seconds, and you move on with your day. Suggested reading, that's potentially affiliate revenue, sponsorships. That's not the main model, which we can get to now. But that's the core. That's what we have in terms of vision. Positioning, there's 2 axes we looked at. Personalization. Google and Evernote kind of are very personal, but they don't automate the process. That's where we play. So next slide. From a business model perspective, it's going to be a freemium model. Free for 10 books. After 10, you pay. You get a bunch of other features like mobile access, SMS delivery, and there'll be an unlimited version for the real power users. And the next steps is more customer development, iteration, hopefully a beta launch and awareness.
And we'll take questions.
So you'd be reading your book, and you would take notes in NoteGlue, or NoteGlue would sort of be a tie-in to on your iPad?
Right. Yeah, so there's two ways. The 3 highlights would be manually done by the user. So you can highlight, everybody takes notes a little bit differently. Some highlight, I actually type them, some people highlight it on their Kindle, and Amazon, you can go up to Amazon, you can pull it down. So there's a variety of ways you can access the notes. We're going to allow people to upload a document if they want to associate it with, and then they'll just have to manually do three key highlights. That's why I chose 3, to keep it quick.
How much capital are you looking for, and what's the use of proceeds?
So capital, I mean, to give you a number of that, I'd wanted to get a little bit more focus on actual customer acquisition costs, which we weren't able to do at this stage. So to give you a number on that, I'm not sure, but the main cost is going to be on marketing. This is a very high margin business. To store text and images, on the Amazon cloud is basically free. It's all going to come down to marketing and how efficient we can convert customers. Because if you think about the service, it should have very low churn. Just by the nature of you setting up your profile, and it being a freemium model, people can already test the service before they decide to pay us. So with that low churn, we're going to have a very high lifetime value of that customer. So we got some room to play on the marketing cost, I think, to scale the business.
Talk about your fear of Evernote.
I mean, certainly they're a real competitor, but they're also validation in the market. They've got 10 million users, 4% of them pay them $5 a month. I mean, that's validation right there, So it's a fear. I mean, the way I view it is if we can pull this off with the engine that we talked about, personalization. We work in this very niche space, we're focusing on books, maybe articles, maybe podcasts. They're focused on everything. And at the end of the day, who knows, maybe we gain traction, it's easier for them to just buy us, right? So there's a little bit of an exit strategy with Evernote, potentially, or Google or something. But that's the way I'll.
On your screenshot, there was something that said notes are more fun when shared. Is the concept that you would email the note to a friend and
yeah, exactly. So when you input, and this came out of feedback from some of the people that saw our concept, submit the note and then share it on Facebook. Hey, I just read Lynchpin. Here are my key notes. So it's a way for people to kind of brag about stuff that they're reading. It's also going to build awareness back to our site to do that. And so we're going to enable those folks in it.
Is that a differentiator from Evernote, or do they do that as well?
I think you can share stuff on Evernote. Yeah, I mean, that's fairly common. It's more of a marketing piece than anything else.
If that's it, we can wrap up. Thanks.